And it begins, guys. Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, Millennium Dawn modded playthrough of North Korea. Yes. The minus $12 billion a week income. Gotta love it. It was worth it, though. We increased our population to 185 million. Our GDP is almost to 20 billion, or trillion. Sorry, trillion. Oh, look at that. We've got good consumer confidence. We're in a fast growth stage. It might be time. It might be time. I'm gonna be honest, we do not have enough troops. That is absolutely not a big enough army there. Our Oriental Command is not gonna work. And let's see. Definitely gonna need more troops in Pacific Command as well. How are Marines looking? Still not trained up. Well, I think I did do the declaration, right? Yeah, so we do have a declaration active. I'll go ahead and get these battle plans set up. This is going to be quick response. I can only have one naval invasion, so these are going to be the troops. How many days do I have, though? 27th of February, so 6 months. So we've got a little bit of time. I'm going to move the Navy around. I think that's the play. Medium tank guns. Non-explosive reactive armor would be nice. We'll keep at the medium tank guns, though. Where are... Okay, so we have 5 here on Palau. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and set these up. We'll get more training done. Go ahead and process all that. We got new artillery. Oh, that actually looks like a wild... I think it'd be a wild piece of equipment. Like a rail gun. Still no steel. Not enough steel. So let's go ahead and lower our production. See if that helps out anyone. Drop this by half. It gives us enough steel that we're making equipment, so... And most of the boats. What happens though? You get enough factories that you can outproduce your resources. Yeah, so what's the work log right now? I know we were running low on power, so I did add more power plants. Economic gains are massively important, so that's good that we're getting that finally. Uh-oh. The music stopped playing. Usually indicative of a crash about to happen. All right, yeah, so I'm going to go for the island here. Let's go ahead and get the Navy situated. It'll take time for Naval Command to, or Dominance to move into position. Oh, wait, we got more boats. Hold up. Maybe I don't have to move the fleets. Let's see. So Corvettes. Tons of Corvettes we acquired. Let's move all these into one larger fleet. So this is 18 boats. Guess we'll send one of these guys as the fleet leader here. And Celeb, I don't know. I'm not even gonna try. Just never mind. Never mind. All right, so we're gonna let all these boats get into position here. It looks like we'll have enough naval dominance so we can actually run. We could do naval invasions directly from this port to this tip of Borneo, right? Probably. We'll be able to land. I don't think this counts, but taking it will still work out, but it might count. We'll see. I definitely want to take this island because I need the piece of land. Let's get engines. Helicopters are cool, but we don't have the equipment. Get this modern transport heli. Get it done. All right, so then that gives me the ability to schedule our marine operation. And we are definitely launching from YOLO. Or I guess JOLO. I'm going to call it YOLO, though. We're landing. That is the wildest pathing. We'll just see what happens. I don't know what's even going to occur there. But they're all going to get trained up for this one mission. Got thermal camo. Definitely need the non-explosive reactive armor. Research path. Oh, I don't have any. I need more transport planes. Oh no. Oh no, guys, we don't have the planes. What are we going to do? Oh, we have planes. We're good. We have some crazy long range planes. We're fine. We're absolutely okay. Yeah, so we're going to use Palau for a lot of this. If this collapses, we only lose 5. That's what I'm banking on. Nope, that's the same. And we can go right there. I don't think there's any reason to put more here, but we may have to reinforce it. I don't know. We might have a reason. It just depends what they move, if they send troops across the water there. We'll see how this goes. I'm going to end up landing on all of these islands too. Like, definitely have to take out this airbase at some point. But it looks like I'm gonna use the bigger force for that. So where are the planes? Well, we have them here. 250. Ah, the airfield's not big enough. Okay. So let's go ahead and get the operations set up correctly. Probably shouldn't have built it that way, like staged it in that manner, but that's how it's going to be. Crossing paths right over the Pacific. The distraction, guys, that's what the intention was. Yeah, we'll go something like that. I'm more concerned with the airfield because that airfield can run coverage. And then I want at least 2 or 3 trying to land on it. I don't think there's any port. Oh, there is a port. Oh. Well, that changes the whole game plan. I was going to use that purely as a wall, but we're going to go and encircle that port. If we can get access to one or both of these ports over here, we're in a way better position tactically. Yeah, and then that'll leave 3. I'm going to commit 3 to taking this port. Because doing so guarantees we'll have at least a long supply line. Yeah, like we already have that. We'll put 2. And then we can just walk into the rest of that. Yeah, they don't have. So they have a port on this island. I need to take that one. This has a airbase that. So we need to take that. Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it done. Let's see planes. Where are planes right now? Got 150 here. I have 50 planes, but that airbase needs to be a lot bigger. I'm going to bump that up. We're going to go ahead and get that started. And we'll add some air wings into that. So our special forces are going to be completely utilized on this mission. We'll get our ground forces on and then we'll pull back and we'll go for more air operations. I don't see us getting any more naval operations really going. It's just too hard for us right now with the size of our navy to make any moves. Let's see. Do we have any investment slots? We do. Cambodia, maybe? Yep. And they will take some solar panels, so don't forget your solar panels, guys. You know you want them. Here we go. Also want solar panels. Y'all can have them. Enjoy. Okay, so we're working down that, but it's gonna get worse. Like honestly, our income is after we attack Indonesia here, and if we do capture Indonesia, everything's just gonna get like infinitely worse. Do we fully autonomous fighters? I guess so. We get the good drones. I think I have volunteer service. We have neo imperialism, obviously from our choices. I say we got to do the dice roll. We're gonna dice roll. Let's see who we got. Dujuan social spending cost multiplier -5%. That's better than the other guy. He is a cleric though, which is must have been Cult of Kim. Was this the head cleric of the Cult of Kim? And also, is social spending welfare? I'm assuming so, but it looks like it's a heart. So is it healthcare too? Like, is that heart health? Because the way this looks is he's a cleric, so it's got to be mental, like spiritual health. Oh no, that is social. It says right at the bottom. Look at that. Click to change social spending. Health budget. Okay, so it is this. And look how much that lowered. 5% of our social spending is 2 billion straight up. Honestly, I just need to keep him until we get our foreign investment up to like 10 billion. Everyone's spiritual health is top priority. Here we go. We need more oil, guys. Venezuela here. They got all the oil. We will buy it all. Planning for the future. That's why we're just gonna have really good relations with Venezuela. Did they take over Colombia? I think they did, right? This feels appropriate. I don't know why, but it just does. Like if you left things to fester, that just seems like what would happen. Maybe not the same outcome, but Venezuela would have declared war on their neighbors. I think they already had, right? Like what is it, Guyana or something that's gone? Yeah, it was Guyana. Just deleted. All right. Automatic twin barrel mortar. Well, let's go ahead and get this doctrine set. We'll get all the base artillery stuff done. I'm not going to recruit more men. I don't think that actually helps us in this fight. Not as much as other bonuses would. This helps a little bit. Okay. So once we hit December, I'm gonna stop the training. Where everyone is where they're gonna be. Looks like we actually do not have a lot of trained units, which is wild for us. All right, got those airfields in Palau. Let's add the jets we need. I think our jet actually has like really good range. So I'm hoping that effective range is enough, that I've got that designed appropriately for this. 10 years ahead of time, this will take 3 years. I think I have to take this. I pretty much have to take that. It's a cost reduction. That's insane. It's a percentage cost reduction. Superiority fighters, we'll just, yeah, look at the range. That's perfect. Even if it's a percent of coverage, yeah. Our fighter design is way better for our needs. Island hopping. Yeah, they can only have 100 planes, so even at a reduced effectiveness. And then Borneo is just going to be what Borneo is. I'm thinking it may actually be best, since it is December. We're going to stop the training right now, across the board. We are going to recruit more airborne. I guess we had training, more infantry. I cannot lose the Brunei territories, but just a couple regular foot infantry. And we're going to send them down to Brunei. All these airborne units need to get added. Let's see if I can get them to the right place. They need to go to Palau. Nope. There we go. All right, now they could go to Palau. Right? Oh, God. That's horrible. Nice. So all our rail lines are finishing up. Autonomy gain is going to be wrapped up as well. All right. Perfect. We need more airborne anyway. What? What do you mean? That should have been a pretty easy assignment. That's Australia. We'd have to take this port. I have 4 units to do that with. Or 3, sorry. It's not enough. We'll go ahead and add them to the Palau fight. I don't know what's going on with that. It's a little weird. Like they don't want to be assigned. But anyway, that should be the full assignment. We're in January of 2035. These are not ready to deploy yet. How much do I need? 20%? We have 9 foot infantry that are well trained in Pacific Command. I guess I have political power, so let's go ahead and get health. Alright, we're going to deploy all 8 of these guys. Oh. We'll get them added into Pacific Command. And they're just going to be area defense down here. Alright, so we got utility. We need the max equipment. Yeah, we're just going to leave these guys on defense. We got air-to-air weapons. We'll keep working on equipment now. Utility vehicles got updated. Perfect. Alright, do we have the naval superiority? Looks like we do. And Palau is able to be lowered. So the next thing is annexing Palau. In the next episode, we're definitely going to be starting the conflict with Indonesia. Let's see if we can find exactly place for investment. And I guess we'll get plenty of heavy lift aircraft after this. And probably Navy. Yeah, so we're sitting on 500,000 manpower in reserve. We'll be full on fuel here shortly. Our stockpile's good. We finished our primary rail lines up at the original home area. Not the best rail lines, but the primary ones. We got line 1 done. Need to bump these up. Definitely need to get our exterior line finally built the whole way. And then let's go ahead and get some backup lines built out here for whenever we have to go to war with fascist China or nationalist China. Definitely want a secondary rail line cross the whole way with a depth so you have redundancy. Like, this is hard to hold because we don't have any depth. In defense. And we have supply hubs that we need up on these mountains. Really just need a port right here. But either there or there. I'm going to go with here because we've angled more off of that anyway. I could do it. We'll just put a rail line or a supply hub in every location there. Yeah, we'll just maximize the interior. Going to go ahead and add another enrichment facility on order as well. They're buying equipment, a ton of equipment. All right, perfect. All right, so the opening will tell a lot about how this war will go. So we're going to go ahead and start the war. If I can get these naval invasions to go off without a hitch. Unfortunately, I cannot. The Bandai Sea. So it's crossing over. That's what that route shows. Oh, that was a mess up. All right, then what we want is to land right behind. Not through. Yeah, see, I don't think I'm going to get any naval invasions there. Well, we'll go ahead and plan for one. We're not going to get it done. Oh, wait. I think that's a different sea. I'll have to do an air invasion there. Looks like everything is just going to be air raids. Let it happen. All right, let's go rush the port. Looks like rush the port. Got that airbase. Perfect. And I think our planes are gonna reload here pretty quick. Um, should select. I don't know what's going on with that. That's a little strange. All right, let's get all our airborne units locked and loaded here. Yeah, I figured they would be sending support troops to this front line. So let's get our forces added to this fight. Yeah, so they're sending reinforcements here. As we get airborne units in, we'll be able to hold that. I don't know what's going on. That's crazy. All right, it looks like they're actually draining some of their divisions from other places. We may be able to take off this mainland here on Borneo. But we definitely want this airfield. If we can get it, we gotta get it. Supply is going to be an issue. Definitely push the offensive that direction. As soon as they get in, we need to go for the attack. Split those units. That's good. Right away. That was a good design. Operation. Alright, so we got fire support, future tank as well. So we can start working on the ammo. So we got our vehicle designs. Now we just need the equipment. Here, since we took the airfield, what is stopping? What is the problem with the order? Yeah, because we have air superiority and high efficiency. Is it because of where the planes are? All right, let's send these guys. get these guys cleaned up. So let's go ahead and get these forces here. And with the better mission, we'll use the special operations here to push this island chain. And we'll just execute under the assumption that we can take this, because they have like helicopters and just things with no ability to fight in jungles or mountains. Which is weird, considering where the nation is. Put a front line here. And just make the offensive. Send them on their way. Actually curious. Okay, so we are struggling there, but only temporarily. Yep. They just have too many units now. See if they bail with some of those and send them somewhere else. Oh, and I'm out of time. We'll stop this right here. So let's go ahead and stop. We'll have to readjust our plans. It doesn't look like this is going to work. I don't know why our airborne units were like, yep, we're just not going to land now. Probably lost control of the sea or something because of these islands. But we'll figure it out. Anyway, back to the ledger. See how we're doing. Korea's here. We're up here at $20 trillion. $20 trillion in a new lab. And territory-wise, we're up there in the world. Iraq is still bigger than us? What is going on with Iraq that Iraq is bigger than us? Do they own Syria? That's crazy. Industry-wise, yeah, we're moving up in the world. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch everyone on the next episode. If you wanted to see where we're at logistically at the start of this war, we're coming in pretty solidly in stockpile. So, y'all have a good one. Catch you on the next one.